I've always kind of had a fondness for the music from Nintendo and Game Boy games, but you know, I've been composing and playing piano for most of my life. My mom and my grandfather were both musicians, so it kind of runs in the family. My mom got a MIDI program on her computer, so I would kind of mess around with that, and I always gravitated towards the sounds that sounded like the old video game sounds. And then as time went by and vintage video games kind of made a comeback, and a lot of people started getting into chiptunes, and a lot of people started making the peripherals that a lot of us use. At its base, it's basically making music with old computer hardware, and that includes old video game systems. But anything that's electronic and makes like bass level sound waves is kind of fair game, and people just find a way to hack it and reprogram it or whatever to make music. But basically, if it sounds like R2-D2, it's probably chiptunes. It kind of starts with like, do I love this album? And if I love an album enough, I've probably listened to it hundreds of times, if not thousands. I was like struggling to get into my morning routine, and it was like the track list just kind of naturally kept me going all day, and I would play through it, you know, obviously many times each day as I worked my roughly 8-hour day. Because I'm an album guy, I moved on to the next one, and then I just came back to it, and I was just like listening to it nonstop. I was like, I think I want this to be my next cover album. I could very easily just create digital releases, but I like the idea of creating something and putting it out there, and putting it on vinyl allows it to become a physical, tangible thing for people. Because this album is by far the greatest undertaking. It's 22 tracks. It's over 70 minutes long. At a certain point, I was like, I think this might be my last album. I think this is going to be my swan song or whatever. But now that I'm done it, you know, at least the composing portion of it, and I'm going to the Kickstarter, I'm like, you know what, I kind of want to do more.